All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you. And the first thing that I want to talk about is an article that's been going around on a lot of crypto news sites. It says PayPal confirms development of crypto capabilities. And that is a slightly misleading title, that they're working on development of crypto capabilities. Well, I certainly believe that they are, but a lot of people are taking this as that all of a sudden we're going to be able to buy crypto using PayPal. And again, I think that we are, but the title is a little bit sensational that it's coming soon or something like that. I don't think that's really the case. I think it might be here in a year, maybe at the end of next year or something like that, but it's certainly working on it. So PayPal, one of the major online payments giant, has confirmed that it is working to bring crypto capabilities on its platform. As reported by The Block, the revelations were made in a letter to the European Commission in March, responding to the body's public consultation on its proposed framework of crypto assets. They quote, as an innovative fintech company and by virtue of its mission, PayPal is monitoring the evolution of the crypto asset space. And that's kind of about it. The letter detailed that PayPal initiated its development in the crypto area since last year when it joined the Libra Association as a member. Notably, PayPal became the first company to quit the consortium, followed by MasterCard, Visa, and many others, as Libra is kind of dead on arrival. Although I believe it will come out sooner or later. I think Facebook is just facing a lot of backlash on it because it's not quite crypto at all, and nobody really wants Facebook to have any more power than they already do, particularly after the misleading Republican versus Democrat debate sort of things, and sort of being a liberal platform, et cetera, et cetera. But that's a topic for another time. PayPal has taken unilateral and tangible steps to further develop its capabilities in this area, and therefore, without questioning the value of the project, took the decision not to participate in the Libra Association and to continue to focus on advancing our existing mission and business priorities to democratize access to financial services. So many major crypto exchanges, including Coinbase, was already offering users to buy cryptocurrencies using PayPal, but the platform did not offer any exchange services natively. And, well, I don't know about that, to buy them with PayPal. I think at one point you may have been able to, but then they sort of discontinued that. Now you can cash out to PayPal, but you cannot use PayPal to cash in, if you will. In Europe, PayPal has a massive presence. Licensed in Luxembourg, the company has operations in 31 European jurisdictions, serving around 95 million merchants and consumers. PayPal is continuously monitoring, evaluating global developments in crypto and blockchain distributed ledger space. The letter added, PayPal would be supportive of a harmonized approach across EU markets on applicable licensing or authorization requirements. So basically, you have to have a bit license to be, trading cryptocurrency in any way, shape, or form, which I do not believe PayPal has. Now, I don't think it would be hard for PayPal to get that, but they are certainly working on it. So again, there's been a lot of these articles going around that PayPal confirms development of crypto capabilities, and they kind of are, but I think it's slightly misleading in thinking people are going to be able to buy Bitcoin using PayPal very soon, and I think it's going to be probably like a year before that happens. Now, I think there's two major questions, and the first one is how are they going to do it? Both are going, how are they going to do it, sort of things. But the first one is, I can think of a couple different ways. Either, first of all, PayPal is going to team up with some kind of exchange. And I think we all know who that exchange would be. It would almost certainly be Coinbase. And so that leads to the question, well, how are you going to buy it? So let's say you have $20 in your PayPal account, and they say, hey, team up with Coinbase to buy some Bitcoin. So they're likely going to make you make a Coinbase account, and then when you buy it using PayPal to Coinbase, you will now have your Bitcoin on Coinbase. And if that's the case, they'll work out some deal where PayPal will make money off of it, of course, and they'll work out some kind of business partnership with that, as they already can withdraw to PayPal. The other way I see it happening is that PayPal actually has a Bitcoin wallet for you. Now, I don't believe that you'll have access to your private key with PayPal. I think your private key effectively on PayPal would be your login information, your joeblow@gmail.com. And so I don't believe that you'll ever really see your private key on there. Now, I think they'll show you two different things if you want to send Bitcoin using PayPal. Again, your private key is probably something that they're just going to say, that's too complicated for most people. We don't want anyone's private key getting out. We're probably all keeping this on one big cold and hot wallet anyway, like an exchange does, where you don't have access to a private key. So I would imagine seeing this, if you want to send Bitcoin to somebody, you would either do it two ways. You can either do it to a public key, because you would need public key access to be able to send it off the platform in any way, shape, or form. But if you wanted to send it on platform to, say, somebody with a different PayPal, I would imagine they would make it very easy for you, and you could say, well, I know joeblow@gmail.com. That's my friends or business partner or somebody who I want to send Bitcoin to, and I know their email, so I can type in their PayPal email, and it will just immediately go $10 or $20 in Bitcoin to their account. So I don't think you'll ever actually have access to your private keys. The other thing is, what about fees? Because fees right now on PayPal are absolutely egregious in a lot of ways, particularly with receiving the money onto PayPal. So I know this because, being a YouTuber and live streamer, etc., I've received many donations. I think anybody that ever used PayPal knows the ridiculous fees on PayPal. If you send me $5 in PayPal, I'm really only going to get like $4.60, $4.50 or something like that. So in order to send me exactly $5, you would need to send $5.50 or even maybe $6 for me to actually receive that full $5. Now, I don't really have a problem with that. That doesn't affect me at all, because if you were to donate to me or I were to donate to somebody else, that person is going to receive money that they didn't have before. So if you send me $5 and I don't get the full $5, I get $4.50. Well, that's not really a big deal to me. It might be a big deal to you because you wanted me to get $5, but I still got $4.50 that I did not have previously. So I never really minded it that much. There are certainly better and cheaper ways to donate, though, or send people money. It is convenient in a lot of ways, though. But so I wonder, like looking at Coinbase now, we're not talking about Coinbase Pro or originally GDAX, their cryptocurrency exchange. We're talking about just Coinbase here. Whenever you go to buy $10 in Bitcoin on Coinbase, it costs you like $1.99, which is basically 20% of the entirety, or maybe it's 99 cents for the $10 bracket. Either way, that's 10 to 20% of all of your money that you put into it is poof gone into fees. That's tremendous. Now, if it is $1.99, I can't remember exactly, that would mean that Bitcoin would have to go up tremendously if you wanted to just buy and sell only using Coinbase. So if you were to buy $10 in Bitcoin, you're really only going to get 8. And that would mean Bitcoin would have to go up something like 50%, because when you go to sell it, that's going to be another 10 or 20% fees. So Bitcoin would have to go up tremendously from where it is now for you to buy and sell on Coinbase and make profit. So I wonder if PayPal is going to have egregious fees for Bitcoin if they have it on their platform. If it is like version B that I described, where you don't have a private key and you can either use your email name or a public key to send it to people. If I wanted to buy $20 in Bitcoin on PayPal, is it going to cost me $2 or $3 to buy that? So if it was $3, that is 15% of what I could put in. And I say this because currently I've wanted to use my PayPal to buy Bitcoin numerous times, and it's pretty easy to do. Here's what you do. You just cash it out to your bank account and then use your bank account to put it onto Coinbase. That's a very slow process, because when you cash out to your bank account from PayPal, if you don't use the direct credit card option, which is an extra 25 cents, which I totally support that, because it's so much faster. The direct to your credit card or to your bank card, only an extra quarter is not really a big deal, and you get it basically immediately. But you can also do it a slower way that is slightly cheaper. and it takes 2, 3, 4 days to get to your bank account. And then it would take another 6 or 7 days if you did a bank transfer to Coinbase. So it is a very slow process now. But so cashing out from PayPal is actually not particularly expensive. If I cash out $20, I'm likely to get somewhere in $19.50 or 60 cents, something like that, to my bank account, which is not so bad, particularly if you think, in the level of hundreds of dollars or something like that, a quarter extra to just get it that day is not a very big deal. So I just wonder how this is actually going to work, and I foresee it either them teaming up with Coinbase, or you have egregious fees to buy it and have your own wallet on PayPal. So I think either way this is going to work, unless they have extremely low fees, which I really doubt for PayPal, because, hey, maybe one day UNICEF will get into the PayPal business, but for now, you have to deal with PayPal and their egregious fees. But again, the only way that this is really going to affect crypto and have a lot of people buy in is if there's very, very low fees. Otherwise, I'm just going to send it to my bank account and then buy it directly from Coinbase with a bank transfer, as opposed to paying $2 or $3 for $20 in Bitcoin, which I suspect is going to be the case. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. It's certainly going to be a big deal for some people, but the fees are almost certainly going to be ridiculous. Now, moving on to other news, a lot of people have been emailing me and telling me on my channel in comments, emailing me, saying that there are ads running on my channel that are scams. And in fact, it's running on a lot of crypto YouTube channels, and probably other channels as well. I would imagine that they use specific tags or something like that with Google AdSense in order to send ads out. And here's one image of them. You can see that it's like, 5,000 Bitcoin airdrop by Bill Gates, and, to send 0.1, you get 0.2 back. It's the usual send us 1, you get 10 back. Here's another example of them. And they have been running on my channel, and I have seen them myself. But there's nothing I can do about it, to be totally honest. I can demonetize my YouTube channel, but then they certainly win. Just don't click on them. And I'll tell you another thing after this as well. But let me just first start by saying that YouTubers do not choose the ads that run on their channel. I have no control. Maybe I do. I don't know. But most YouTubers have no control over what type of ad actually runs on their channel. We only have control over two things: how many ads run, and if ads run in general. So we don't control this at all. Otherwise, I would completely block these ads. But let me just tell you how we can beat them. And it's a little bit greedy. I'll admit, just a little bit greedy. So there's a couple good ways that you can help a YouTuber out. If you like a particular YouTube channel, there's two ways you can do it without actually having to pay them any money or donate to them, because I realize not everybody has like a $5 bill to donate to every single YouTube channel that they watch, because I watch a ton of YouTube videos almost every day. Can't be done. But there's a great way that you can do it. And one way, if you want, is to watch the entirety of the ad, at least 30 seconds of the ad. YouTubers get paid if you watch 30 seconds of the ad. Now, the ones that are 5 seconds, I don't really know about. But if an ad is 30 seconds or longer and you watch 30 seconds of it, then the YouTuber gets paid. So what I suggest is to just watch 30 seconds of the ad and then hit skip, because that way I get their money, and then they have to pay for it by running this ad that likely very few people are going to fall for. So to them. And another way is just to share videos too, completely free. Just hit the share button, share it to whatever platform you particularly like, or take the link and put it somewhere. That's the two ways that you can definitely help a YouTube channel for free. Although if you consider your 30 seconds of time not free, then I don't know. But anyway, moving on to different news. Texas man allegedly used $1.1 million in COVID-19 relief funds to buy crypto. So with the COVID-19 thing going on in the United States, there was a stimulus package that went out, and a lot of people got like $1,200 checks, plus if you had a wife, if you have kids, etc. But Aside from that, there was a lot of businesses that received millions of dollars. In fact, Tron was one of them. Yeah, the Justin Sun guy. Apparently, he operates in the United States as well and got millions of dollars from the United States government for COVID-19 relief funds. But this guy did too. Texas resident was charged by the U.S. Attorney for Southern District of Texas on July 14th. Allegations suggest that he fraudulently filed loan applications for $1.1 million through the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP. He claimed he was seeking COVID-19 relief, but allegedly actually used the funds to purchase cryptocurrency, which I don't even mean to laugh at that, but just classic crypto. According to the allegations published by the U.S. Department of Justice, 29-year-old Joshua Thomas Aguirrez, if I said that right, made false statements to financial institutions. Officials claim that Aguirrez, that's what we're going with, committed wire fraud by establishing a scheme to file the applications to small business administrations. Aguirre managed to submit the COVID-19 relief application on behalf of two companies named Texas Barbecue and Houston Landscaping. He falsely claimed that both businesses had numerous employees and hundreds of thousands of dollars in payroll expenses. So they arrested him pretty quick because he ultimately just bought a ton of cryptocurrency with it. The money received on behalf of Texas Barbecue was reportedly invested in cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. The federal criminal complaint states that beginning on May 19th, the Texas man began a series of transactions that ultimately resulted in the transfer of $956,000 into the Coinbase account through 5 wire transfers. And I wonder what crypto he bought. I wonder if he actually slightly pumped it. If we go back to the charts on that day of like Coinbase specifically, if he actually like pumped it a little bit. But I suppose it would take a while to, because the transfer began on May 19th, so he wouldn't get it in his account till at least like the 25th or something like that. But either way, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Moving on to coin market cap. For a while, Chainlink had actually surpassed Binance Coin and Litecoin, but subsequently fell just a little bit. So looking at Chainlink here, Link is going absolutely through the roof. You can see like the all-time here. It's starting to dip now because this is the all-time, so you can't really see the dip too well because it's just all mashed together at the end. But, you know, just in 2018, December 2018, we're talking like 31 cents, and now we're all the way up at, $7.91. And so if you missed out on that one, unfortunate. But Link, yeah, doing really, really well. Now, some people think that Link is going to keep doing even better because of, I think they're working on DeFi, etc., DeFi platform, etc. But I'm not so sure. It could go up in the future even further than this. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to FUD on Link here. But just let me say that if you are someone who is like, wow, look at those gains, I want to buy in, just let me warn you that 9 times out of 10, you're too late to buy in at these prices. Now, if you would have bought in at this dip, you'd be at a dollar higher right now. But it's hard to say. I've certainly been tempted to buy coins that were up 30% in the month and stuff like that. And then I ended up waiting a day or two and they ended up dipping. And I was like, glad I didn't get in on that one. So let me just say that to be careful in buying Link now. As you can see, it's always the case where a sharp rise is a sharp fall. With any kind of market like this. And even just a few months ago, we were talking $4, $3 per Link. So it's hard to say. And I just kind of wanted to point that out there, that if you were thinking about buying Link, I wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. It might be a good idea to get a little bit, but we've been there, done that in terms of a coin pumping pretty high. And again, no FUD intended here, but just don't get caught up at $8 and it dips to $5 or $6 or something like that, and then go, I messed up. I should have known better. But otherwise, the crypto market is pretty stable. Bitcoin has been staying at about $9,200 for months on end now, and it's time to insert the meme of Bitcoin do something with the guy poking it with a stick, as nothing is really going on at the moment. But aside from a few coins that are exploding like Chainlink, etc. But other than that, not too much going on. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And as usual, I'll see you guys next time.